Welcome back to Chapter 12 of Price Analysis. In this final video of the chapter, we're going to talk about production in Argentina. And since Argentina is similar to the US in latitude, just it's in South America, their production season is a little bit more similar to us, especially in that they do not enjoy the ability to double crop the way Brazilian farmers do, some of them. So they begin for their corn crop, they begin planting in September through November, and then it is maturing, and the major growing season is going to be December, January, and February. They'll be harvesting March from May. So the schedule is similar to the schedule followed in Brazil, but they need the entire growing season to get a corn crop planted, grown, and finished. And you can see here the top producing states in Argentina, with Cordoba and Buenos Aires being the primary producers, and this is here in this northern central region. In this map, notice they've completely chopped off the lower tongue of Argentina, and the major crop producing areas are in this more northern part. For soybeans, we see a very similar map and a very similar production schedule. So Cordoba and Buenos Aires are again the predominant producers of Argentinian soybeans, with the state of Santa Fe also becoming quite important in the soybean market. And also the calendar of production is similar. They tend to plant corn first and then move on to planting soybeans, similar to how we do it. But they're planting in November and December, and then their growing season is going to be January, February, and March, and they're harvesting in April and May. So this nice figure comes from the Bolsa de Cereales, which is the grain exchange in Argentina, and they have a nice summary of the growing regions in Argentina. So this central region is obviously most important, and they've broken it down into sort of south, central, and north, and they're showing you the categories of different crops that are produced in each of those regions. And they have it presented here in Spanish, so I made a table here for us to refer to. So trigo is wheat, cebada is barley, girasol is sunflower, soja is soybeans, maize is corn, and sorgo is sorghum. So you can see that soybeans is a major crop, corn is a major crop, and also wheat is pretty large as well. In the case of Argentina, the best place to find crop reports comes from the Bolsa de Cereales directly, and I've got a screenshot here of what their webpage looks like. Right on the front page, the most important reports are usually right here, and those are weekly agricultural outlook reports. The other report that is important comes out monthly, and it will come here in the latest news reports. It's called Information by State and Condition of the Crops. And this most recent report, as of the recording of this video, was released in September 28th. So let's go and see what we can see from the Bolsa de Cereales. If we just Google for it, we can get there pretty easily. It's called cereal bag in English. And again, note that I think they offer it in English, so you can just click their English translation, or you can use the Google Translate services, whichever one seems more convenient to you. So here's this weekly agricultural outlook, and you can get it by crop. Let's choose corn. And then you can get by state information for the weekly agricultural report, and choose different regions, and it'll show you on the map their intent to drill, which would be their plantings, percent planted, percent harvested, of course, is 0 because they're just planting the crop, and they don't have yield estimates here yet. But the formal reports are here. If I just open this up, it will download the report. And weekly agricultural report. It's in English, so we don't even need to translate it. So in this report, they combine weather outlook and how it's going to impact planting and growing of the crops. And they have summarized the major crops here. And part of this weekly report, they tell you how the planting progress is going. So acreage, hectareage, percentage planted, hectares planted. So these states are almost done planting, but these most states and the southern states are not planting. Probably that's due to weather. Sunflower, wheat, barley. And this is another kind of report. This is the state and condition of the crops, October release. So here you can see lots of information about the crop. Remember, trigo was wheat, and I think we'd better go and translate this. So I'm going to copy and paste this link. And I'm back at Google Translate, and I'm going to ask it to translate this PDF. Okay, status and condition of crops. So here, this first page is about wheat. Wheat condition. Excellent, very good, normal, regular, mala, or poor. That's about the crop as a whole. Then they also ask questions about the water condition. So whether we have drought, regular water, suitable, great, or excess, meaning too wet. And it did not translate this word, and I don't know what it means, but it's at 100%, so I don't know if that means harvested or planted. This as well. It'll take a little bit more. Wheat spike. Oh, I think these are growing stages. Maybe this is emerged or something. Headed. I don't know what spike means. I don't know what pasty wheat means. Let's go down to another crop. Sunflower. So I've scrolled down here to the corn portion. So early maize sowing. And you can see they give you the current percent compared to last month's percent. And you can see that in that, what is that, 2 weeks time period, they went from 17% planted to 67% planted. And we must be missing some zones here. I see. So this is how much they have advanced since the previous 2 weeks. And these two columns over here is how much their pace compared to probably a 5-year average or some years average. So they are behind pace for planting compared to the 5-year average. But they are gaining quickly because in the last 2 weeks they went from 17 to 67% planted. And as we get further into their growing season, these part of the reports could become important because this will tell you whether the crop is doing well or not. And this table will tell you whether the rains are coming at a nice pace or not, which will impact their production and yield estimates. And that's really all we have to cover for this chapter, so I will see you guys later. Thanks.